everyone, it's Kirsten Brewer with the Seniors Blue Book, and I'm here today with Laura Mullennix, the Director of Sales and Marketing Operations at Norterre in Liberty. How are you, Laura?
I'm good, Kirsten. How are you?
Good. Why don't we start off by telling everyone who isn't familiar with Norterre about your services and what you all offer?
Sure. So Norterre we are about 2.5 years old, and we are open in Liberty. So we're north of the river. One of the big differentiators about Norterre is our model. And so before I get into that, but we do have 3 levels of care. We have assisted living, memory care, and we have skilled nursing and long-term care. And the big difference besides our model is that we have a 65,000 square foot health and wellness center that is open to the public. So it's something that not only our residents, but the whole community of Liberty and the Northland can take advantage of. And so that for us is one of the things that we feel is different, that brings people of all ages together in one place.
Great, thanks, Laura. So now that we're dealing with COVID, if a family were to want to look into Norterre, possibly tour for their family, how would they go about doing that now?
Sure. There's a couple of different ways. They can give us a call at 816-479-4793, or they can go to our website. They can find us on Senior Blue Book. And so what they would do is once you call in, either Tanya or myself would talk to you about the needs that you or your loved one has. And because of COVID, we're not able to give in-person tours. However, the way that our campus is set up, we're not actually, our offices are not in the building. So you are able to come to campus, meet with us here, and we can do a virtual tour, which we also have virtual tours on our website, but we could also do FaceTime. We have done lots of FaceTime tours and visits. So we make it as real as possible considering the circumstance.
Okay, great. One of the things I was thinking about while we were sitting here chatting is Norterre has kind of a different model than some of your typical assisted living and memory care neighborhoods. Could you explain to everyone the difference, especially within your memory care?
Sure. So the Norterre model is called the household model. That's something that we're really proud of. I always like to say that move to Norterre is just a simple change of address, because the way that our household internally designed, or the interior rather, is very much designed like a home, and we also treat it as such. So even in memory care, everything, all the memory care apartments are exactly like the assisted living apartments, which is nice. So if, for instance, we had a resident who lived in assisted living and at some point needed memory care, that transition can be a little bit easier for them because the surroundings are very, very similar. And we are we're not restricted by schedules. So what that means is that we do not wake someone up to give them medicine. We work medication schedules around their sleep schedule, really. In memory care, we do have to have some more of a routine in a way, because with folks with dementia, routines are important, but we really work with that individual and work around what's best for them. So everybody, I think, in senior living, we all say person-centered care, and I do believe that everybody does their best to provide that, and I think that we just really take it to that next level, because everything that we do centers around what that individual wants. Or their preferences, and the household. So each floor is a household, and there's no more than 20 people that live together. So what's nice about that is you really get a nice familial group of people. The staff are the same, so every household has their own staff, which enhances that relationship between the residents and the staff. However, the staff is cross-trained if they needed to assist on another household. But that's something that is different. And then our food is phenomenal. We've never had complaints about food.
Well, that's
I
good.
really say you can have what you want when you want it, but the truth is people really do like to be together. So more often than not, they'll dine together, except when we were in quarantine because the county mandated that. And so we are not, able to have our communal dining like we used to have. So we just do that in shifts now, but we're still able to have small group gatherings. So that actually has changed our model a little bit just because of that circumstance.
Yeah, I think for everyone it has. And I have personally been to Norterre several times, and the community is just beautiful. I love the family type environment that you have for the residents. I think that's just awesome. One of the things that I know people will ask, they're going to ask everyone, how are you guys dealing with COVID? What precautions are you taking for your residents and families to make everyone feel safe?
Sure. Well, we're proud to say that after 6 months, we've not had any resident positive cases, which I think is pretty
Wow.
extraordinary.
Yes.
We do not take any of that for granted. We do, we daily screenings for our residents and staff. And then in the skilled nursing building, because of the county that we're in, we have to do testing twice per week. That could change, that of course, as people are doing their research, that's a very common question and it varies county by county. And, we've had, so we do screenings. We don't allow visitors. We're not allowed to have any visitors. And then just today, actually, we just started outdoor visitation with families for the first time. I will say we're probably one of the last, but I'm really okay with that because I feel like we've done a really good job so far. And, we want nothing more than to reunite our families with the residents because it's hard for us as well. But the number one priority is always our residents and our staff. And so it doesn't stop with the precautions. I mean, we definitely do lots of different educationals with the staff and the families. I think one of the things that is really important to us is transparency. I send a weekly communication out to families and let them know what's going on, especially if we have a regulation change. Sometimes that's daily.
Yeah.
If the regulation affects them outside of operations. But we have, such great support from our families, and the staff has been great. And our whole Northland community, Kansas City, I mean, it's just pretty phenomenal, the support that everyone's giving each other, which makes it easier for us when we're having to, change the way we do everything.
Yeah. Well, I follow along on Facebook and I see that you guys are keeping the residents busy and uplifted and healthy, which is awesome. So happy to hear that. So if somebody wants to contact you and get more information, Laura, what should they do?
They can go to our website. They can go to norterreseniorliving.com, or they can call us at 816-479-4793. They could stop by the Welcome Center. We're open from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, but it's always best to try to schedule a time with us just so we can make sure we give you undivided attention. I feel like I might be forgetting something. Have you asked me everything?
I think so. Thank you.
Oh, we are moving people in. Oh, I'm sorry. I did forget to mention that.
Yeah.
So we are moving people in.
Okay.
We were not doing that for a while. And the protocol is you have to have a negative COVID test prior to moving in. And then you get tested again after move-in. So we make sure that, and we've been lucky and we've caught one or two. So if we hadn't done that, and every community from my understanding is doing that, and it's the right thing to do. And everybody for the most part has been pretty understanding about it.
Sure. Well, good. So if somebody needs to move, they're able to do that now with all the added precautions.
Yes, and we can do in our assisted living pretty quick move-in. So we can do even a direct admit from the hospital, especially if it's Liberty Hospital, we can do that. So that's something that we're able to do as well.
Okay, great. Thanks, Laura. Thanks for talking to me today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for inviting me, and I look
Sure.
forward to meeting you guys soon on our virtual tour.
Yeah. I hope I get to see you soon face to face.
I know, it's been a long
I
time.
know. All right, Laura, take care.
All right, thanks, Kirsten.
Bye.
Bye.